Think about this. Controlled demolitions cannot be engineered and rigged in a day. It takes months. And therefore, this event must have been planned in advance.
You hear that? Keep your eye on that building as they're coming down.
The building is about to blow up. Moving back. We are walking back. There's a building about to blow up.
Did they actually use the word brought down, and who was it that was telling you this?
The fire department, and they did use the word, we're going to have to bring it down. They did use it.
Well, everybody's quiet again, so I'm going to introduce Mitoa Edjang. He's the real McCoy. He's an airline pilot. He flies heavies. Heavies are what they call the big sort of planes that were allegedly used on 9/11. Very, very different from small planes in every way. Mitoa, I'm just going to hand it over to you.
Okay, well. First of all, I have to say I come from Spain. So although I spent many summers in Chester to learn English when I was small, and then I spent 5 years in the US training as a pilot, my English is getting rough. So I live in Spain. I've been living for the past 13 years and flying for a major airline over there. I'm a captain right now since 6 years ago. So it seems like somebody trusts me. I don't know if they'll do after, saying what I'm going to say right now, but I hope so. Well, I came prepared to give like a long speech in a detailed thing, and I think that the best thing I can do is just give you a different perspective of 9/11. 4 planes, and it seems like the best pilots got in the plane that crashed into the Pentagon, and I do not believe so. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I know Ian, and that's why in Spain I'm also giving speeches, and also in Spain after being getting really angry, I got my own radio show, and I'm doing right now then programs every Wednesday basically that I load into the internet, and in Spanish I'm giving to the Spaniards all the information that I get about 9/11 and about how governments basically, like Rourke said, they don't protect you. Basically, they're here to maintain the status quo. So that's what my the programs are all about. And the first thing that I popped into my head when I was preparing the speech was that I don't buy it. I do not buy the story, the official story. Why? Because I do fly. Because I've been flying since I'm 18 years old. Right now I have more than 12,000 hours in different types of airplanes. I taught people in the US. I got more than 20 kids to make their dream possible. That was to fly in a small airplane, which is a completely different story to fly a big airliner. And so I took people from, right from the beginning without, any knowledge, no knowledge at all of how to fly a plane, and got them to the point where they could at least know what was going on if they stepped into the cockpit of a big airliner. I have to say something. Once you finish the basic training, you're nobody. Nobody wants you, and that's where my story starts. And I don't buy it. These are the 6 points that I'm going to be talking about. Basically, we're losing our grip of reality, and it seems like right now we are starting to get, we're all, I don't know, it's just crazy. And, the things that seem to be true right now, they're not true. Suddenly planes fly into buildings, and buildings collapse because of fire and because of planes, something that never happened before. Suddenly a guy, just right off flight school with a really bad curriculum that nobody would want, suddenly flies, not just one, but 4 of them get in 4 planes, and they all hit, their targets. That doesn't even happen, not even in the Luftwaffe, okay? And that doesn't happen in the US Air Force, and that doesn't happen in my Air Force, okay? That's just, the guy said it's an impossibility, okay? That doesn't exist. Why? This is the first picture we took on a party when we got our private pilot license, and there, most of these guys, 2 of them are dead. The other ones are in Alitalia. Me, I'm in Iberia. And these are just like the pictures that you would see of Hani Hanur, for example, the guy that I'm going to speak now, with their friends having beers, okay? And, well, it seems like they even took cocaine, which I don't do. I pass every 6 months a test, so I can't do drugs. But they did, or at least it seems like, most of the hijackers took even drugs. This is the first plane you will get in if you are a student. This is a Cessna 152. This is one of the smallest airplanes. It weighs even less than 1,000 kilograms. Difficult to fly, okay, but not as difficult as to fly a 757. This is one of the flights that I used to take when I was flying out of Princeton in New Jersey in the States. And I used to take my students, the advanced ones, to fly right beside the Twin Towers. But this is one of the pictures that I took, and I used to take the students out for a flight. And there used to be a BFR, so you can fly visually and fly right beside the Twin Towers. And is it difficult to strike the towers? Flying at 500 knots, it is almost impossible. It happened 2 times on the same day, and then another one on the Pentagon. Impossibility. This is the plane that I fly now, and the airline that I do fly for. I'm a captain, like I said, in this plane. 90-seated to 100 people, and that's about 30 to 37, 40 tons. Now, if I want to apply for a job right now in Spain, we are, going through a really rough time. I will have to actually send a curriculum to an airline. For example, let's say Jet2. This is the Scottish airline that flies 757s, and they fly from Scotland, England, all the way down to the Canary Islands to have, so you guys can have beers and sun, okay, and sunny beaches. Now, the funny thing about this is a looking to hire. Well, I'm looking for a job. Yes, first officer. So that'll be. I was a first officer, used to be. Now I'm a captain, and this is the minimum hours that anybody, okay, basically any airline right now will require for a guy to sit on the right side. That is to assist the captain in anything, in everything. Now, total time. It's a minimum of 1,000 hours of total time that they will require. Okay, and this is. In April 2013, things haven't changed. If you don't know how to fly, if you have really low hours, they will not hire you. And this is the same, the same application, but in a bigger, scale. Now, again, minimum requirements. Okay, we're just talking about the minimum, just to let you fly on the right seat. So sometimes you'll have the captain saying, don't even touch anything because you don't know. Nothing. You know nothing about a plane, basically. This is a co-pilot, yeah. So the minimum to fly in England right now, Jet2 flying great people all the way down to the sunny beaches of Spain, it's just to sit on the right side on the 757. This is the one that Hanur flew. It's a minimum 1,000 hours total time, minimum of 500 hours on the 757. That has to be within the last 2 years, and I wanted to, remind these numbers because they will pop up later, so that you'll get a different perspective of what really happened and if it is viable to for these kids to do what they did. Okay, I did apply for this job. So also you need an ICAO. This is the standard for English. Okay, International Civil aviation, okay, or organism. You need a level 5. That is 6 is bilingual. I got a 6. I don't know how, but I did. Okay, so I did apply for this job. Now, if I want to join, for example, VA, British Airways, suddenly things get a little bit, rougher or more difficult. Okay, because British Airways is the crown, the jewel of the crown. Yeah, coming from the clockwork and slightly antiquated 737-200, this lady to sit, okay, as a first officer on a 777 was required 2,500 flying hours before they even consider her to fly, okay, to get her on a training of 6 months and putting her to fly for British Airways. This is the jewel of the crown. So the other airline was a charter airline. This is the Joule. 1,000 minimum, 500 on the type. Okay, 1,000 minimum, 500 type, and this is 2,500. I did apply for Qantas. I can apply over there because I don't have a work permit, but what do they require? Minimum 500 hours of in command. Okay, so at least you need to be captain 500 hours, or otherwise, then they will require you 200 hours in command, but 1,000 of first officer. Okay, again 1,000, and then you'll need 250 more, or you have to be, type rated. So if you want to fly the 380, you at least will need 500 hours in the 380. Nobody in the world basically has that time other than the test pilots from Airbus. Okay. Now Emirates, I did apply also to Emirates, and Emirates is right now asking first officer. This is the again the jewel of the crown in the United Emirates, United Arab Emirates. Okay, they required 4,000 hours total flight time. Now I wonder why, if I can fly a 757, what are these major airlines wasting their time and their money? Because why are they asking me for 4,000 hours of total time, 1,000 or 1,500, when they can get Hani Hanier's training, okay, of 250 hours, and get a guy to cross a plane into the Twin Towers or into the Pentagon? Are they just playing stupid, or are they crazy? They want to lose money, or maybe they understand that somebody, until they get to the 1,000 hours, is somebody that will not be able to fly basically a complicated aircraft in a complicated environment and do a complicated navigation. Okay, 9/11 report says that Hani Hanir was the best trained of all the pilots, all the hijackers of 9/11. If he's the best trained, okay, I'm Superman. Okay, right now you're watching Superman. Right now, okay, or after this, I will fly out of this room. Okay.